Hello and welcome to the feature walkthrough video from Myers Psychology for AP 2nd edition, published by Bedford, Freeman, and Worth. In this video series, we'll be looking at the psychology program, including the student edition, the teacher's edition, and their supplements. In this first video, we'll discuss the student edition and its supplements. This is an overview of what we'll be covering in this video series. First, we'll highlight the author that brings psychology to life. Second, we'll explain the student program. Third, we'll cover the multitude of teachers' resources available for this text. Fourth, we'll go over the different technology options available for students and teachers. And finally, we'll leave you with different resources for professional development opportunities. For those of you who don't know him, David G. Myers is a professor of psychology at Hope College in Holland, Michigan, where, among his many honors, he's also quite popular with students. They've over the years invited him to be their commencement speaker and voted him outstanding professor. He's a prolific social psychologist, writing for his university peers as well as for the general public. His articles appear in periodicals, magazines, and on the shelves of your local bookstore. Moreover, Dr. Myers is a humanitarian advocate who has chaired the city's Human Relations Commission, helped found a thriving assistance center for families in poverty, and he has spoken to hundreds of college and community groups. He's the founder of the Myers Foundation and has written, from personal experience, a book about hearing loss and is advocating a transformation in American assistive listening technology. Now that you've learned more about David Myers, it's time to take a look at what makes Psychology for AP the #1 psychology textbook. This AP version retains all the hallmark features of the college version of the text, giving students the content and rigor required of an AP course. Myers' voice is apparent throughout the text, and students enjoy reading the text because of his style. The text includes modern research in the field of psychology and encourages students to think critically, an essential skill for the AP exam. Examples featured are diverse in many aspects, making them relatable for students of all backgrounds. Psychology for AP was written and organized around the AP course description, making it the perfect book for this course. And if students weren't already engaged in Myers' distinct writing style, they enjoyed the high school references and photos in the text, making assigned reading more relatable. So what makes Myers' text so successful? All of Myers' psychology texts are based on 8 guiding principles, as referenced on this slide. It's with these guiding principles that students and teachers alike find Myers' books so engaging, relatable, informative, and helpful in learning psychology. These 8 guiding principles cover the importance of cultural and gender diversity in the field of psychology, emphasizing their importance to the study. As mentioned before, teaching critical thinking skills to students is also a key component in making Myers' text so successful. 80 short modules allow teachers to more easily pace themselves, whether you're on a traditional semester or block schedule. Students also enjoy the less intimidating chunks of easily digestible information. Enrichment modules at the end of the book offer material pertinent to psychology but outside the scope of the exam, perfect for keeping students interested and engaged after the exam. Psychology for AP was organized to follow the AP course description, making covering all the necessary material way more manageable. If you've been charged with writing your own learning objectives or course goals, Myers Psychology for AP can help. This edition features clear, measurable learning objectives at the beginning of each module. Closely following the AP course outline, these learning objectives are revisited throughout each module and in a review section at the end of the module. Veteran AP teacher Charlie Blair Broker wrote these helpful tips to call out important AP concepts or potential pitfalls as students read. Appearing in the margins of the student edition alongside relative content, these tips offer gentle reminders and suggestions to help students succeed throughout the course. Found at the end of each module and at the end of each unit, the second edition boasts more than 500 practice multiple choice and FRQs. FRQs include a rubric to guide students in how the exam might be graded. Plus, a full-length AP-style practice exam appears at the end of the text to ensure students have nailed down the content and are ready to tackle the real test in May. Written by Kent Corrig, this thorough list of key contributors to psychology highlights the most important people students should know in psychology. Students can access the key contributors incrementally at the end of each unit or accumulated in an appendix at the end of the text. End of chapter self-tests are short tests that students can take to make sure they know and understand the material and concepts for each chapter. These include a mix of multiple choice, fill in the blank, and short answer questions. Available with the student text is the Strive for 5 guide, a study guide designed especially for students to help them succeed on the AP Psychology exam. Strive for 5 Preparing for the AP Psychology exam is a guide that gives students additional support throughout the course and is the optimal preparation resource for the AP exam. Organized around Myers Psychology for AP, the Strive for 5 offers support and guidance during the school year, as well as AP Psychology tips, suggestions, and 2 complete practice exams in preparation for the test in May. The guide overviews each unit and module to help students put everything into context. Practical study tips at the beginning of each unit to help students succeed in the course. There's a module-by-module study guide with big picture synthesis questions at the end of each unit. It also includes effective strategies to prepare for and take the exam. And finally, there are 2 full-length practice exams with full answer keys to help students adjust their test-taking procedure of the AP Psychology exam. Thank you for watching this video walkthrough of the student edition for Myers Psychology for AP, 2nd edition. We hope this has informed you of the resources available throughout the student program. If you have any questions about Myers Psychology for AP, 2nd edition, its supplements in technology, or any of our other social studies titles, please feel free to email us at socialstudies@bfwpub.com at your convenience.